Hey everybody, welcome to the Tower. I hope you're having a great day, and if you're having a Tower moment, you've come to the right place. I'm not sure how you came to find this channel. Accident, recommended, maybe you subscribed once a long time ago and it just popped up. Again, I don't know. Anyway, welcome to the channel. I'm glad to have you here. What I do here is I draw two cards from the Major Arcana deck to find out your overall Tower energy. Now what this does is the energy is, cause of the tower, tower itself, and then the outcome. Pretty simple, pretty easy. And then we look at the bottom of the deck for more information, and then we'll clarify with 3, 2, and 3. And we'll look at the bottom of the deck for one more card for information. All of these messages are timeless. So whenever you're watching this is when the universe wanted you to see it. There's no rush. Just do it when it feels right. And there are no star signs. Everybody gets to play. All right? Okay. So, if you're new here, welcome. Like I said before, everybody's welcome. And let's get started. On this side, we have the Moon card. Now, the Moon card is the energy of paranoia, isolation a little bit. It's the card of being lost. Basically, something is hiding from you, and I don't know what this is. Or it's kind of like the energy of, when you go outside and it's a full moon and everything looks bright, but it's not. Everything looks kind of weird under the moonlight a little bit. And everything's looking weird in your life right now. I don't know why. But this leads to the Tower moment. And the Tower moment leads right to the Chariot card. Now, the Chariot card is the energy of speed and victory. It is the fastest moving card in the tarot deck. So I think whatever this Tower moment does for you, it breaks you out of this moon energy and puts your life back on a faster track, a better track. I don't know where it leads, though, but that's probably up to you. I'm just saying it moves you quicker to the destination, whatever you're trying to get to. All right, strengthen the Hierophant. So this Tower moment is probably going to teach you a lesson, and without the willpower to use what you learned in this lesson, it's kind of useless. So it's going to give you the ability to use what you learned. I don't know what you're going to learn yet. Excited to find out? Me too. Let's see what's got you all mooned up in here, huh? All right, Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Two of Cups. Oh boy. Knight of Swords. Someone's holding you back. Someone in your energy is crushing all of your new ideas. That's why the moon energy is here. Every time you come up with some kind of new idea or plan, or I want to try this, or I want to do this, or I want to, try something new, there's somebody in your energy. Since it's the Two of Cups, it's probably a boyfriend or a girlfriend who says, you'll never be good at that. Not only are they putting your ideas down, they're putting you down with it, right? And they're putting all this Knight of Swords energy. It's like, oh, do you know how dangerous this is? Do you know how hard this is? You'll never be able to do that. It's too reckless. It's too dangerous. You're not good enough. They're telling you you're not good enough, and they're trying to keep you isolated at home. That's why you're stuck in the moon energy. It's the energy of they're afraid of your success. They're afraid that if you succeed at something, you'll take off and leave. You won't need them anymore. They want you very dependent on their energy, right? So that's exactly why you're in the moon energy. It's not your fault. There is somebody around you that is constantly telling you you're not good enough to do something. Okay? No matter what the idea is. I mean, they might even go, oh yeah, you should try that, and then show you no support at all in your new plan, right? I mean, they'll just either ignore it completely or make side comments of how bad a job you're doing and this, that, and the other. They're very mean. This person is very abusive that way, and they want to control you. Tower moment, Ten of Wands. Yeah. You're going to feel like this is a burden eventually. Eight of Wands, and there's no real communication with this person either. So this communication is breaking down with this Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is the energy of burden, is heavy. That's what this person is doing to you, is making you feel like you can't move forward. The Tower moment here is going to help you drop the burden, and it's going to help up clear communication. I think you're going to have some words for this person eventually. You're just going to be sick and tired of how they treat you all the time. You're going to be sick and tired of the constant manipulation and like, it's like, how do you know what you're good at or you're not if somebody keeps telling you you're terrible at it, right? You don't. This person is terrified of your success. They know, or they think they know that as soon as you get successful at anything, you're gone. You're going to leave them in the dust. You're going to pretend they didn't exist. So that's why they're doing this. I don't know if it's evil or malicious. I mean, it is evil and malicious, but I don't think they intend it that way. I think they just want to keep things the way they are. They don't like change. I don't know if they hate... I don't think they hate you, but I do think they are really terrified of you leveling up. You being good at something. They're terrified of you finding the spotlight and being successful. But the Chariot here, Six of Cups. After this Tower moment happens, and you can only take so much of this. All right, you can only take so much of the abuse. I don't know if it's abuse or not. I think it's just them being terrified. I think they're afraid of losing you. And when this happens, when this Tower moment happens and the communication breaks down and you throw down the burdens and you just say, I can't take this anymore, you're going to start looking back at everything they've ever done. Everything they've ever said. Every time you've ever had an idea, you're going to start putting the dots together. And you're like, oh, I didn't do that because they didn't want me to. I didn't do that because they said I wouldn't be good at it. Now, a lot of times they'll word it in a way that says, it's not going. They're not going to come out and say you'd be good. You wouldn't be good at this. They would say stuff like, we don't have the money. This is too hard. This is too difficult. Where are we going to put this? They would start throwing in all the negative comments. They would start throwing all that stuff in. So you would just go, oh, I guess that makes sense, right? They would try to use logic to make you quit before you even started. And a lot of times it worked because it's logical, right? You might have a small apartment together or something, and let's say you want to learn how to make candles, and it's kind of a space hog you got to have a space and set everything up and all that. And maybe they thought, oh, if you get really successful at this, you're going to make all the money and you're not going to need me anymore. So they left, and they decided that they wanted to find reasons for you to not do that. And you're going to think back at all those times, every single times. And you're going to realize that, yeah, they didn't care about the space or this or that. That wasn't the real reason. They were afraid. 6, two sixes, 6 of Pentacles, yeah. And the Knight of Wands. So you're done taking this kind of criticism and stuff like that. You're going to be more interested in giving to yourself. You want to invest in yourself here with this generosity card. You want to do the things that you've always wanted to do. You're going to want to, stand up for yourself with the Knight of Wands down here. The energy to actually say, you know what? No. I'm going to try this one thing, and I'm going to put everything into it. And they're not going to support you. I don't think this person is ever going to change. They are terrified of your success, and they will be... They don't want you to leave. They don't want you to leave them because they have it in their head that as soon as you get successful, you're out. You're gone. This probably is a guy. Guys are like that a lot when it comes to other people. When it's like, oh, I want things to remain how they are, but I don't know. Energy is fluid, no gender really. I'm just saying if it could go from either direction. Everybody does stuff like this, right? I'm sure we've all met somebody like this at some point in our life, but this is what's happening for you. And once you hit this Chariot and you decide that this burden and this communication is going down, and you're going to realize that they held you back this whole time, you're going to invest in yourself. You're going to be generous with yourself. You're going to say the things that you need to say, and you're going to talk yourself into doing more things that you wanted to try. I mean, you don't even know if you're going to be successful at it. They think you are, but they're afraid of losing you. You don't even know if you're going to be successful at any of this, but you just want to try it. Mainly, probably just to have fun. So you've got a really big disconnect here. So my advice, yeah, the King of Wands. I mean, that's basically what I was going to say anyway. The King of Wands is somebody who looks at something as what it is, and then sees it for what it could be. It's a leader. It's an innovator. It's the person that turns a rundown one room bar into a chain in their state. You know, it's the person who elevates things. So you're going to need to talk with this person and make them face their fears of, yeah, you're probably not going anywhere, and you're not even completely sure that you could make this stuff work, but you've seen other people do it, and you know, people make money doing all kinds of things these days, right? They'll do anything, and you just got to reassure this person that they're not going to leave. You're not going to leave them, unless if you really want to, and that's your intention. Then that's up to you. But I would suggest just a good sit down and talk and say, hey, listen, are you afraid that if I get successful, I'm going to take off? And you got to reassure them that you're not. Because this is somebody who is very insecure. This is someone who's afraid. This is someone who doesn't like change. And everything you do terrifies them in the sense of moving up in the world, changing things. And, you know, they're afraid that if you do too much, they will lose you forever. So, not evil, not really abusive unintentionally. I say this comes out of a place of fear, and it's time to rectify that. This tower moment's going to help you get through that, I think. You're going to drop the burden, and hopefully they drop theirs too, because fear is heavy. If you're afraid of all the time of something, if you go through your whole life or many years afraid that someone is going to leave, or because because they might get successful, and you just have to live with that every day, because you never know when that day is going to be, right? It's like you could wake up tomorrow and all of a sudden, hey, a book they wrote was accepted by some major publisher and it took off and they're a millionaire now, and well, they don't need you anymore. They need to go out on tour and stuff, and you know, that's what you're afraid of. They're afraid of that, of you doing that. And you, I don't think you're that kind of person. At least I hope not. If this person just needs some reassurance, so good conversation would be needed. I hope all that made sense. All right, I'm going to show you the cards and we'll be done, right? Cool. Thanks for watching if you made it this far. I appreciate all of you for stopping by and checking me out. I'm a dude with a cell phone doing the best I can. So usually about this point, I'm talking to the void. I'm sure most people kind of flip off right now. So please think about hitting the old subscribe button. Like it if it helped you, and I hope it helped you and get things figured out so you don't have to be held back anymore, and the person that's holding you back doesn't have to be afraid. So that's a good outcome for everybody. All right. Thanks for watching. Remember, subscribe, like, all that YouTube-y stuff, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye.